Hi, I'm David Kinnaman, and I'm president of Barna Group. I'm here with Jack Alexander, who is the chairman of the Reimagine Group and the author of a new book called The God Impulse. Jack and I at Barna and Reimagine have partnered on a brand new project called The State of Mercy and Forgiveness. It's a brand new research study in which we're interviewing thousands of practicing Christians and hundreds of pastors in our culture, asking them about mercy and forgiveness. And over the next number of months, and into 2019, we're going to be launching elements of this study to try to help awaken the church to the need for mercy. Jack, it's been a pleasure working with you on this project, and thanks for being here.
Thanks, David. It's been a joy for us as well.
When you think about mercy and the power of mercy in an unmerciful world, why do you think this is such an important issue for us to address as Christians today?
Yeah, I think our world is just so hurried today. Microsoft says the average human attention span is 8 seconds. Goldfish have an attention span of 9 seconds. So we scurry around. Oftentimes we give money to nonprofits. We call it the outsourcing of compassion. We allow other people to be merciful for us. And I think it's really affecting the Christian witness in the world.
Yeah, and I think especially during the political environment that we have, sort of conservatives, liberals.
Exactly. It's almost as if conservatives have a high view of truth and a lower view of mercy, and liberals have a higher view of mercy and a lower view of truth. And Psalm 85:10 says that when mercy and truth meet, righteousness and peace kiss. So that's the goal of this book, is to really bring mercy and truth together.
Yeah. The research study that we're doing is to focus on a whole range of things about mercy, forgiveness, how do practicing Christians feel about this, how do pastors talk about this, some of the things that they feel are missing or incomplete. We're finding, for example, that people almost have a calculus of mercy.
Exactly.
They actually think there's a way some people deserve mercy, others don't. Did any of that surprise you so far?
It really did, David. I mean, by a 5-to-1 ratio, the poor and distressed, victims of hurricanes and so forth, which are deserving of mercy, but 5-fold more than prisoners or lawbreakers. And so we view that biblical mercy goes to both victims and lawbreakers, and there should be less variation than that.
When you think about some of your background, Jack, and some of the things that you've learned, why is it you've personally come to discover the importance of mercy?
Well, I lost my dad when I was young, and so my family sort of fell apart, and we didn't have much. And then I got saved in a poor church in Australia, where I saw these prayers being answered from people who had very little. And I started a nonprofit called Geronimo Funds to help the poor and distressed. So I think it's been sort of a thread through my life. And so really this book, it's, after really 41 years of thinking about this, it's really sort of the fruit of that experience.
Yeah, and I've been learning so much from you about it as well. I feel like a lot of your life lessons are both in the book and in the way we've structured this research project. When you think about how we would describe and define mercy, what's a quick way for us to think about mercy?
I think it's an engaged heart. The Samaritan saw his beaten enemy, and he felt compassion. And that word compassion is a very deep word felt it deep in his soul and his heart. And I think that's where the book calls it God's pattern of love that the Samaritan showed starts.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that is exciting for me in partnering with you on this study of the state of mercy and forgiveness is, having worked on the book Unchristian and You Lost Me, a lot of what I've discovered is that young people aren't experiencing a loving church. They're experiencing, in some cases, an unmerciful church. Church that has all the truth, but maybe doesn't have all the heart behind it. So I love this idea of trying to help engage the heart of the church towards mercy. It's one of the reasons why we at Barna are very excited about, and in a lot of cases really heartbroken about some of the findings. We think over the next number of months and into 2019, the launch of this brand new study, The State of Mercy and Forgiveness, will help to awaken the church to engage our hearts in what it means for us to be on mission with Jesus. Jack, thanks for, again, partnering with us and bringing this important message to today's Christians.
Thanks, David.